What's up, everybody? It's Ryan Donnelly from RyanD.com. Check out ComSport.com for stress, relaxation, immune, and sleep support, and RyanD.com for free addiction coaching, powered by donations. Okay, first off, I want to say I did some research, and someone actually asked me if I heard about Demi Lovato, and I'm not hip to the whole celebrity. I'm not really big on celebrities. I don't know a lot about people after 2008. Prior to 2008, I'm pretty hip to all the celebrities, but all these people, I didn't know who she was. I heard the name before, and I heard about what happened. And, a lot of people, they throw shade and they get pissed off and they're like, well, she's a celebrity, so why is she getting... Well, if people don't know, as far as I know, she got Narcan, okay, for heroin overdose. She has a past with drug addiction. She's a celebrity. She's in the spotlight, so obviously she's going to get talked about. But people are like, well, there's people that get Narcan or have opiate overdoses every day. She's a celebrity. People are going to talk about it. So thank goodness she's okay. Hopefully she gets some help. Hopefully, it'll bring more awareness. I mean, how much more can there possibly be? But I'm just glad to hear that she's doing okay. You can never know what somebody's going through. It doesn't matter if they have millions of dollars or if they're broke. You can't live in that person's shoes. So you don't know the demons that she faces daily. She might have yes men and women around her constantly telling her she's perfect and great and wonderful. That's not going to make her feel good. Plus, those people will do whatever she tells them to do, including go get her drugs. All right? So just because you have money and fame doesn't mean that your life's perfect. Look at all the people dealing with depression, like Anthony Bourdain, when he passed away, killed me. He's somebody that I knew about because I watched his show, and I just thought he was pretty ill and he was real, and he spoke his mind, and that kind of it just shows you that when you have everything, he was at the peak of his his career. Doesn't mean that you're going to be happy. So I just wanted to hit on that real quick, just that I'm happy that she's okay and that she didn't pass, because a lot of people are passing away. So what I want to talk about today is once you get into, people always talk about withdrawal. You have to get through withdrawal first. Okay, that's the first step, is getting clean physically. Mental aspect, you'll hear about it, secondary, but it's much tougher to deal with the mental aspect of getting clean than the physical aspect. I hear it all the time. People say, I can get through the physical part. I can get sick, and deal with all that, but it's the depression, the anxiety, the irritability, the unknown, okay? The fear of the unknown is what really gets people. You're gonna have days where you wake up and you feel like you're absolutely manic depressive, and you don't know if you'll ever be okay. You start looking at your life as a whole big spectrum, and you're looking at it too broad, and you're like, oh my God, I'm broke right now, I have all these financial issues. How am I ever going to mend my relationships with all these people that I've hurt? Blah, 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 blah. And you start stacking these chips on your shoulder, and that weight, if you start doing that playing that mental game where you start stacking those chips, you're going to break, okay? Because no one can take on all that stuff at once. So it's very important to not look at the broad scheme of your early recovery. You just got to take it day by day, just like you hear it, minute by minute, second by second, hour by hour, whatever you got to do, just to stay in a positive frame of mind. Because if you stay in a positive frame of mind, you'll be able to tackle all these things periodically. You're not going to do it all at once. No one can. No one can, fix every problem in their life in one day. Okay, especially after you've been using for a long time, probably pulling dope fiend moves for maybe not as bad as some people. Some people went to the extreme like myself, and you just have to deal with things slowly, okay? And if you start taking on too much mentally with a depressive mind, and your brain chemicals are all out of whack, you're not going to be thinking logically, the glass is going to be half full for a while. It's just the way it is. You have to fight that feeling and those thoughts. On top of that, if you can stay positive and you work whatever program you were working, because you're going to have to work something, and you stay consistent each day, you're going to start realizing you don't really know who you are. And this happened to me. It's actually a pretty cool situation, because For a lot of people, including myself, you numb yourself for so long because you don't like the direction you're going, and it becomes this vicious cycle where you don't like where you're going, so you use to numb it, and you get pushed further back, farther to where farther from where you really want to be in life. So you're just snowballing backwards and using and trying to think that someday everything will be okay. It won't. It's just going to get worse. You're going to die. You're going to end up in jail. You're going to ruin all the relationships you have. You're going to be financially destroyed. So once you catch yourself on that snowball and you're like, screw this, I got to start doing something different. And you pick yourself up and you start changing things. You start to realize, I don't really know who I am. And a lot of people start to realize they're a very good person. 99.9999% of people that I speak with are phenomenal individuals. A lot of them extremely intelligent. I'll even go as far, and I get backlash from this, saying a lot of addicts are smarter than most people because they become bored with life. That's when they start venturing out with chemicals and other things. Now, people argue with me to the end about that, but that's just my experience talking with people who get into recovery. They're extremely intelligent and they got bored with life and they started to mess around with things and they got caught up. Okay, was it dumb to mess around? Sure. Are some of the most influential minds on the planet have experimented at one time in their life with drugs? Absolutely. Do some people go farther than others and get caught up and become addicted? Yes. Now that's the category of people I'm talking about. But anyway, you start to realize, okay, I am intelligent. I do have a lot to give. I am worth something. And if you can stay on that positive momentum, the snowball the other direction, going in the positive direction, you'll start to realize that day by day, I could tackle all these things that I have to deal with. And on top of it, I'm pretty damn cool. I'm a cool person. I'm a nice person. People will want to be around me because you start to value things differently when you get your life back. You're not necessarily, chasing, I don't want to say you're not chasing like goals, not chasing monetary goals, okay? Because it's hard to explain. When you have, and you guys know what I'm talking about, when you've been through hell and you've lived that lifestyle, what's going to make you happy and what's not going to make you happy, okay? You start to change because people are giving to you, or they're starting to influence you and making you change your everyday life because you want something similar to them. And you realize, all right, these people aren't rich that are influencing you. They're just doing things for other people, and you see how happy it makes them. So you start doing it and you start to realize, shit, this feels better than anything I've ever done in my life. So you start to give back, or you start to share your story, or you start to be around people like that, and you rub off on each other, so to speak. So that's what starts to morph. You start to realize, oh shit, who am I as a person? I like who I am. And all the depression and everything else will start to subside because you're not going to have that problem where you look in the mirror and hate what you see. You're going to start liking yourself. You're going to start liking life. You're going to see the glass half full again for the first time in a long time. You're going to be like, what was I thinking all those years? It was because you were sick. You were chemically dependent on something that was screwing up your brain, making you think illogically, and it weren't you. Your soul was trapped. All right, so let your soul out. Give yourself a chance and stay the course. Take things slow in the beginning, slow goals. Don't try to stack your chips like I was talking. Don't start to think about all the things that you have to do right away, because you don't have to do them right away. All right, you can take your time building your life back to actually building it to a better place, because you're going to. If you stay positive and you do the right thing, you stay off drugs, you're going to live a positive lifestyle. It's just going to happen. You're not going to do or be in that realm of negative energy that brought you to where you were. All right, so take things slow, enjoy the process, because the process is what life is. And a lot of people start to, they put up goals and they're constantly trying to reach those goals and they want to be this and that. The whole point of life is that whole journey. All right, so don't skip the journey. Enjoy the whole process. Stop and smell the roses type deal. I know how corny that sounds, but it's true. Every little step in recovery, when you have these little breakthroughs, enjoy them. I call them little victories for a reason, because they are little victories, but they'll make you feel, they'll feel monumental for you. And enjoy them. Take them in and remember them. All right. Check out CalmSupport.com for stress relaxation, immune and sleep support, and RyanD.com for free coaching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.